materials on October the 1st. December the 1st, the installation was around December the 1st. I can't remember the exact date, but the installation was completed before the beginning of December. On March the 1st, I began working with my humanities classes to teach them how to run the system, how to design their own lighting programs. And by May the 1st, we hope that our first student production is completed with the new system. The 27th is our opening night for the public. So, and I really can't say a lot about it because it's a Disney Junior musical. So if you've ever dealt with that, you know there's a lot of things you can't publish because it's Disney and they're not real keen on sharing. So, all right. So these are the new lights. They're LED, and they were kind of. We did have can lights from when the school was built in the early 80s. The system that they were rigged up on no longer was really useful in the 21st century, so they took that down. And our solution when we hooked them up was to just do a 2x4 along the wall. We have to use a cherry picker or a very tall ladder and get up there and adjust them. The students, of course, don't do that, nor do I, because I'm a little afraid. Go ahead. Here is one of our students. This is one of my humanities students. He is actually the one who will be in charge of all the lighting the night that we do the play. We're working on a script for when they, what cues they have to go by in order to change from one lighting program to another. The lights do multiple colors. They can go from something that's predominantly blue or green to something that's red to something that's really just bright white. Go ahead. And the project is really school-wide. It's not just music and humanities. It's also our carpentry class built a new backing for the stage. Our stage was just an open shell, and when you performed in it, the sound got lost in the back and up into the top. So he built this student's, well, here's a couple of them. They built this shell that went in the back of the stage, just completed this week. And, you know, it has made a difference already. You can tell it's a big difference. It's starting to shoot the sound right out the front. Here are some of the students rehearsing the play. And really all the things that we're doing are very student-centered. There are 3 of us basically that are 3 staff members that are working full-time on it. I'm doing the acting and the music. My colleague, Ms. Johnson, is doing the costumes, and our other colleague, Ms. Smith, is doing some organizational work. But it's basically the kids doing all the mechanical things that you have to run a play. They're doing all of the carpentry. They're doing all of the technological things. They're going to be in charge of working the sound that night. So I think overall it's been a really good experience for them, seeing that there's more than just acting that goes into a play, more than just singing that goes into a musical. It's a big deal, and it's a lot of work, and we could not get it done without them doing all this work. I think a lot of the problem that we have had with our kids is that we do too many things for them, and we don't expect them to do things for themselves. I find that when I have in my music classes, I tend to want to just go and grab the horn from them and just play whatever it is that they need to play without saying, well, you need to learn this on your own. You need to go home and practice this. I just want to do it for them right then. Or when I'm singing with my choir class, I want to sing with them too much instead of stepping back and let them sing on their own. So in this project, we've had to step back and let them do things on their own. And they've actually been really successful. I can't I really can't ask for, any better participation from, especially the kids outside of the acting side of it. They have really stepped up and done a lot of work. We have a student here who helped last night, Miss Haley Hamilton. She read Cogsworth because our Cogsworth was sick, so you know what play we're doing. Go ahead. One of the things that I would like to do going forward after we complete the play this time, next year I would like to focus more on our sound. Like I said, this year the lighting was, we really got a good system, and the kids really seem to be able to use it pretty well. Next year I would like to go, if I'm going to apply for another grant, I would like to apply for something to do with sound so that they can work more with, we have a few wireless mics, but we only have 8, so it's hard to get a lot of people on stage and doing stuff with that few mics. So in the future, I would like to go more sound and, also getting them to do more complicated designs for our staging and maybe actually get them into sewing and doing more of the costuming themselves. Right now, Miss Johnson is doing, she's doing most of the work, and she is all for them getting more involved into that side of it. So I'm finished. Does anybody have any questions? If you pray for me. I have never done a musical before. I know nothing about them. And thank you.